Welcome, seekers of wisdom. Today we explore the top 15 spiritual masters of the 20th century visionaries whose teachings shaped modern spirituality, inspired millions, and continue guiding us toward mindfulness, compassion, and inner peace across generations. Information is compiled from many sources. If there are any errors, please let me know so I can learn from them. Thank you. Which Pope opened the Church's windows, launching Vatican II and aggiornamento updating? Pope John XXIII, elected in 1958, became known as the Good Pope. He opened the Second Vatican Council, promoting renewal and dialogue within the Catholic Church. His vision of peace, compassion, and modernization inspired millions worldwide and reshaped 20th century Catholicism. Who, serving the poorest, endured 50 years of the dark night of the soul. Mother Teresa devoted her life to serving the poorest with steadfast compassion and humility. Privately, her letters reveal decades of spiritual darkness, often described as nearly 50 years, but she not. Thhelema continued to radiate love, faith, and hope, inspiring countless people across the globe and beyond. Who led the first nonviolent revolution using spiritual power, Satyagraha, against an empire? Mahatma Gandhi (1869–1948) was an Indian lawyer and leader who championed nonviolent resistance Satyagraha to lead India's struggle for independence. He promoted social justice, religious tolerance, and self-reliance, and remains a global symbol of peace and moral leadership. This civil rights leader synthesized Gandhi's nonviolence with the Christian concept of Agape. Who was he? Martin Luther King Jr. fused Gandhi's nonviolent method with Baptist Christian theology, especially Agape love, becoming the civil rights movement's prophetic, inspirational preacher and moral leader who translated Gandhian strategy into an American, democratic, religious context through speeches, campaigns, and moral appeals. Who brought Kriya Yoga to the West 1920 and offered Steve Jobs' final book gift? Paramahansa Yogananda introduced Kriya Yoga to the West and taught self-realization as a universal spiritual path. As founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship, he became a pioneering Indian yoga teacher in America, and his classic Autobiography of a Yogi profoundly influenced generations, including Steve Jobs. Who founded ISKCON 1965, popularizing the Hare Krishna mantra and Bhakti Yoga globally? A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada brought Gaudiya Vaishnavism to the West, popularizing Bhakti Yoga and public chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He founded ISKCON, authored Bhagavad Gita as it is, and organized a lasting global Krishna consciousness movement with temples, centers, and millions of followers. Which exiled spiritual leader won the Nobel Peace Prize 1989 promoting compassion and science dialogue? Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, champions compassion, nonviolence, and universal responsibility, leading Tibetans in exile since 1959 from Dharamsala, a global moral voice. He fosters Buddhist science dialogue, advocates human rights and environmental stewardship, and won the 1989 Nobel Peace Prize for Peaceful Solutions. Which controversial esotericist founded Thelema, True Will, and influenced both Wicca and Scientology? Aleister Crowley developed Thelema as a system of mystical revelation and ceremonial magic, rooted in the Book of the Law. His rituals, occult symbolism, and pursuit of true will reshaped modern Western esotericism, influencing later magical orders and inspiring major trends in contemporary occult culture. The founder of Anthroposophy, whose ideas created Waldorf education and biodynamic agriculture. Rudolf Steiner founded Anthroposophy, a spiritual science teaching inner development to perceive spiritual realities. His practical legacy includes Waldorf education, biodynamic agriculture, and anthroposophic medicine movements that notably applied his ideas in education, farming, and healthcare, though some metaphysical claims remain disputed by mainstream science. Who famously dissolved his World Teacher Organization, declaring truth is a pathless land. Jiddu Krishnamurti rejected spiritual authority, famously declaring truth is a pathless land and dissolving the Order of the Star in the East 1929. He taught self-awareness and choiceless observati, promoting individual liberation from dogma and inspiring humanistic educational initiatives worldwide and personal psychological transformation. Which theologian joined plots to kill Hitler and became a martyr? Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a young German theologian who strongly challenged secularism and dictatorship. He is noted for joining plots to kill Adolf Hitler and sacrificing his life for the cause. His life is seen as a model for engaged spirituality and a prophetic voice of the 20th century. Which civil rights mentor, grandson of enslaved people, met Gandhi? Howard Thurman, grandson of enslaved people, was the unofficial pastor and spiritual mentor to Martin Luther King, Jr. After meeting Gandhi, he brought the nonviolent philosophy to the civil rights movement. Which Zen master, nominated by MLK, popularized engaged mindfulness? Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master, is central to engaged Buddhism. He popularized mindfulness by linking inner practice to social change, nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by MLK. His teachings continue to influence global ethics and personal practice. Who was Zen and Taoism's great popularizer to the Western world? Alan Watts was the great philosophical entertainer who popularized Zen, Taoist, and Hindu philosophy for Western audiences. His book The Way of Zen 1957 was vital to the Beat generation and counterculture, establishing him as Eastern thought's greatest translator. Which esoteric master established the complex spiritual discipline Fourth Way? Jia Gurdjieff, a true Meister, established the esoteric system known as the Fourth Way. This complex path emphasizes simultaneous, balanced development of intellect, emotion, and body. His profound, esoteric teachings influenced intellectual and artistic circles.